These are very important documents. Look, the binding, book binding in Ethiopia. The cover, wooden board cover, as you see. Everything is made at home. So, this is 15th century manuscripts. Sometimes, it's amazing that, people in the 15th century, were they, aware of color? All the saints, even the Virgin, is painted black. Today, even today, you don't find such paintings in churches, always, a bright color, not black color. So, it has to be studied very, very well, this type of documents. Look, even the evangelist, this is Matthew, and the harag or the decorations, all this, and as I told you at the beginning, piece of cloth to cover, it is cotton made. This is, homemade clothes. So they protect it not to be destroyed, the painting. So this technology, look, this different science, this is, in different places. The full stops, the title of the book, and the numbers even, what we see today and in the 15th century, they are different. The transformation, it has already changed. So these are very important to study, as I told you, different disciplines. The languages, the language and linguistics, the paleography, the calligraphy, the paleography. Look, the position of these, all the ma and the sa, all this, the ha, all these are completely different from today's, Ethiopian language. So this is very important for paleographical study, very important for art history, very important, as I told you, for sociology and anthropology. So that is why this is a mining house. That is why I say that this is a mining house where we can dig, a lot of information from all these original sources. So this is very important manuscript, and then it is restored by an Italian expert, Carla Zanotti, almost 8 years ago. So this is one of our documents. As I told you, this is, of course, this is religious, as I told you, but it has also another information here, as I told you, colophons or marginal notes. This is, for example, this is Asmat prayer. Asmat prayer. So, to protect the owner of the book from different things, or to protect his animals not to be eaten by wild animals like hyena. They call it mastagert. Look, this, harag or decorative design. So this is the beginning of another book, that is the book of Mark, the evangelist Mark. So in every chapter they design or they put such harags to indicate where it begins the other book. So this is it. If we see, and if we see this type of manuscript, as I told you, there are so much concerned about these documents, about this very valuable materials. They cover it first with, as I told you, it is covered with wood, and the wood is covered by another, soft leather, and even for decoration, look, it is covered, inside it is wood. After the wood there is a cover of cloth. These clothes also one has to study. The clothes which we have seen in this book and this are completely different. It shows that this is earlier and this is later. So this was imported, clothes. So which type of clothes from which place, that will indicate, And then this is, we call it Morocco leather or the Tambe leather because it is soft, to cover it. And then all the design, look here, this is a cross, This is a cross. All the design was designed by the scribe. It has its own, the scribe has his own instruments for making all these, designs, decorations, and even, the binding materials, complete material. From skin, that means from the skin of a goat to a book, they have complete, materials for making them. Not only these decorative materials, writing materials, not only the writing materials, the inks, different types of inks, they prepare themselves in the local area from soil, plants, leaves, fruits, and different types of materials. The colors they want, whether it be yellow, green, red, they can make it. So all these are prepared in the local area. This is late 17th century manuscript, as you see. This manuscript is also printed, and covered with this piece of cloth. This is Saint Raphael, not Raphael, yes, Saint Raphael. These are, the lives of different, good men, protected by, Raphael, and he is holding them in his wings. These are two wings, So, and look the difference between this harag and the previous harag. So the style, the painting, the decorative design and the illuminations, they have their own style in every century, so that one can study these different styles. Different. Look, this is King David. The servants are standing by, and then not only that, they have what we call it chira, to protect flies from the king. They hold here, and look, not only they hold the chiras, but they have combs in their hair, hairstyle. Look, they have combs, and the crown of the king, typical Ethiopian type of crown, and debab, we call it, this debab is big umbrella, and seated king. So as I told you, look how they dressed, So this is very important for sociology and anthropology, to study. And this is a saint, Look, the difference between this clothes and that clothes, This type of, clothes were not prepared in Ethiopia. There were no, industries at that time. So these are imported, clothes. So from which? From East, from West, from Europe, from where? So it will lead you, or it makes you to do a research on these different materials. As I told you, these are very important for different studies. For example, if we see here, these are two religious fathers, Ethiopian, there is also two schools of thought in Ethiopia. So Abuna Eustathios and Abuna Tekle Haymanot are the two religious fathers of these two schools. So the followers of Eustathios and the followers of Tekle Haymanot. So still this practice continues in different parts in this religion. So look, this harag, this is completely different from the other one. This one is with eyes. The other one, So the beginning of the this is image or salam, and then look these pieces of clothes, how they prepared it and covered it, this painting.